Hello there, and we are live. See, ladies and gentlemen, even me, I was just running. Me and Ola, we haven't see, guys. I did it on purpose, because normally backstage, the guys that come for a show have to have a kind of like a little bit of a chart on how the show would go. See, guys, this is unscripted, because I wanna hold Ola where it hurts. So I didn't give him a chance to talk to me, I just came straight into the show because see, guys, there's lots of things we have to talk about today. Finally, episode 11, season 2 of the biggest show, on the planet, Prem Talk with Ola and Claude. See, guys, this guy needs no introduction. Is my guy, my person. See, you can even see him popping the Ah, Arsenal is top of the league, and Ola he doesn't carry last year. He's that guy to show you that Arsenal is boss. See ya, guys. Welcome, my brother, Ola of the Fight Week Show. You're welcome to the show. He's a gunner, guys, and he gets the po. Be up, man. How are you doing, my brother?
Boy, I'm doing okay now. It's been a difficult few days. It's been a
Hmm.
difficult few days with work. We weren't able to schedule like we were supposed to. Um,
Mm,
work through in a little bit of spanner in the works,
yeah,
but it's all for the good of other people. Put it
yeah,
that way. We're out here looking after people. So
true.
when those things come about, you just gotta get on with it. But I'm here, and we're here to do another episode of the Prem Talk. And yeah, I love doing this show with you. But that introduction you gave me, it's a good one, but I couldn't help. I couldn't help but hear the man says he wants to hurt Olawere. Hurt. You see, people hear this. The radio guy, he wants to deliver some assault. Let's go. I'm here for
See,
it, man. I'm here
guys,
for it.
guys, see, first of all, see, guys, you already know me, I'm shameless. I'm shameless. See, I have a drink down here, guys.
Mm.
I'm gonna cut it open, You know what, It's a special time, I'm drinking on the tears, of the most cost out player at Arsenal. I haven't. I'm gonna hit all our way hurts, guys. I'm drinking the tears, Ah, guys, see, it doesn't get unscripted. This show is entirely unscripted. See, Ola, cheers to Kai Havertz. Cheers to Kai
This man
Havertz.
wants to salute me and cheers. Hey, I'm shameless too. Let's be shameless together.
Guys, it's shameless. Set is back on track. See, Ola, see, let's get, see, you will have the time, to talk about the matchup against Brighton. Ola, Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz, my brother. What is going on here? A few months ago, me in particular, I will call my name first,
I,
Ola, you,
I was here. I was
yes,
here. I
most
said I
people in
wanted.
the,
I said
most
leave blood.
I'm telling you, bro. Even those guys in the Rat Army, shout out to Lee Gunner, Jez.
Yeah, man.
I have big respect for Jez, as Shout out to Lee Gunner, he does his thing, and I don't have a one-on-one response with him or correspondent with him. He has
Mm.
picked me up in some of his shows, but still, shout out to him.
Yeah, that's my
Uh,
boy. Still, that's my boy. You know what I mean?
People in AFTV, shout out to them too.
Yeah. Out to them boys.
At the start of the season,
Mm.
everybody was on this guy's case. Kai Havertz. Get him out of the football club, including me. I said that. I'm shameless. So, I'm already in the gutters, so there's no problem with me saying that. I'm in the
It,
gutters. So.
it's all about how good you can swim in the gutter.
I'm good at swimming in the gutters, man. Ola, this guy scored 7 goals, last season for Chelsea Football Club.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? he comes to Arsenal. He has already gotten.
We really start. We really start with Kai Havertz. We're not going to talk about the lineup. We're not,
No, no,
we're not going to.
let's go straight into it. Let's go straight
Let's
into
go.
it.
Yeah, let's pick it up from the
Let's
top. Let's
let's
pick
go
it up
straight
from the
into it.
top.
And this guy has already passed half of what he scored for Chelsea Football Club already. Yeah, he's 2 goals shy of what Granit Xhaka scored all season in the Premiership last season. Ola, Kai Havertz, take it away.
Um, Look, everybody, including myself, all right. Put me in the front row if you want. Um, there's no getting away from me. I didn't want this player. And look, sometimes we get these players and you asked me one question the last time we spoke about Kai Havertz.
Yeah.
And I mentioned something to you.
Mm.
I said he's arrived to the party too late. You know,
Too
he's
late.
one of those guys that, you know, when the party starts at 11 o'clock, he's picking up at maybe 2 a.m., half 2. Kai Havertz is showing up at 4 o'clock when the party is, you know what I mean? Party is like lay now. But
Exactly.
but he's arrived. He arrived, you know.
Mm.
So one thing is turning up, and then the next thing is actually staying there and doing and doing party tricks. And now I'm starting
Mm.
to see some little party tricks from Havertz, right?
Mm.
And
Mm.
look, every player that every fan thinks is a flop,
Mm.
whilst you're demanding for improvement, while you're asking, why have we spent so much money on this guy when we
Mm.
could have bought that guy and that guy? We've said it time and time and time again. Oh, we could have bought Kudus. Oh, we could have bought what Prowse. Oh, we could have
Yeah.
bought this player for that price. Everybody was saying the same things, right? Because we
Mm.
all felt the same way, because we all saw the same things that Kai Havertz was doing. So the
Exactly.
criticism he had with the outlay that was put down by the club
Mm.
was starting to warrant a lot of questions. We were into 10 games and we hadn't really seen nothing. So
But
people, no,
Ola, Ola, that's where the problem is. Ten
hold on.
games.
Yeah,
Is it
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Is it that we jumped the gun?
Hold on,
Did
hold
we
on,
jump the gun? Did we
hold on.
jump the gun?
I'm about to get
Because
there.
in 10, I judged him in 10 games.
I'm about to get there.
Is it bad that we judged this guy in
No,
just 10 games?
no, no, no. And I'll tell you
Was it
why.
too soon?
No, it's not. I'll tell you why. The landscape of football has changed to where you're having all this time for players. Football is not how it used to be. There's so many rules that
Ola, but
no. Wait,
they used to
wait, wait,
judge
wait,
players
wait,
in one season, at
wait,
least
wait.
in one
That this is
season.
what I'm saying.
But we
Them
jumped the gun. We
them
jumped the
times,
gun.
bro.
We judged him too early.
Them times ain't really here like that no more, right? Because we view football in a different prism now, right? Back in the day when there was no social media, there was a lot of patience for players to
Mm.
get better, to gel. To now, everybody wants players that wants to hit the ground running. Everybody wants, especially when you're trying to do something as big as what we did
Mm.
last season, right?
Yeah.
So if you
Yeah.
did something as big as what we did last season, the addition you want with the next crop of players that's going to go out again that you expect to challenge, you want them to hit the ground running. So
Mm.
for 65 million, better hit the ground running. If you was in like a Man City sort of position where you've won 2-3 leagues prior, you can have that kind of patience. We ain't seen a league in 20 years, bro. So it's not.
I get that, but the proof is in the pudding.
Right.
He's played
All I
16
can do,
games for
is
Arsenal.
give you,
He's
all I can
played
do is give you
16
my
games for
reasoning.
Arsenal, and he's already our highest goal scorer
All,
this season.
no, all I can do is give you my reasoning.
He's already our
Yeah,
highest goal scorer in
but I'm
terms of
giving you,
our highest goal attacker this season.
that's the case. But I'm
That's the
telling
fact.
you what my reasoning is for why I went feeling Kai Havertz to start with. And then when we talked the last time, says I arrived at the party. I'm just building a foundation to my thought process in the
Yeah.
first place.
And I'm trying to
To get
make it hard for you. I'm trying
yeah,
to make it hard for you.
get
That's my
to
job.
where we
I'm
are,
the radio
right?
guy.
So to get to where we are. So I'm just giving the people my thought process to where we are. And a lot of people felt the same way, right? But look, one thing, we did this when we signed Ramsdale. Nobody wanted Ramsdale. Nobody wanted Ramsdale.
True.
But in the end, Ramsdale made a lot of people come round. He proved a lot of people wrong, which is what we're not asking Kai Havertz to do. Prove us wrong. If we're wrong about you, the only thing that he can do, only him has the power to do that. Prove us wrong. Prove the manager that bought you right. You know what I mean? Prove us wrong. Right? And he's starting to do that. He's starting to do that. I'm seeing end products, because that's the one thing that I ask from a lot of players with big time. Whether you're a goal scorer or not, I want to see what you do, what you're bought to do, what your end product is, right? And he's starting to show us that if we weren't getting end product, nobody's going to be saying all these things about Kai. And the reason why I said when you said did we jump the gun too quick, I think modern day fans of today are a lot more impatient, right, than when football was before, like social media days, where you
social media days,
and where you can analyze and break things down to little minuscules, which is what we do today. You know, we all look at football and we all want to break. We all have an opinion on it, and we publicize our opinion because, and that's why it's not easy for footballers to settle down a little bit slower than they used to.
Than they usually used to.
Today it's quick. It's quicker. People want results. People want instant success. We've seen it with clubs like Man City, like Chelsea. You know, like there are clubs that are looking for instant success. So the landscape of football is changed, and with that landscape of football changing, it comes with new demands. It comes with new expectations. It comes with new ideologies of looking at football. Even the way football is, you know what I mean? It's changed a little bit. The rules have changed. I don't even know the rules to football no more. God damn it. You know what I mean?
It's strange.
So with all of that comes different variables of expectation when it comes to these players. And I know, look, I said a lot of mad shit about Kai Havertz because I just didn't think he had it in him. And that's
you were a chief prosecutor of
I just didn't think he had it in him.
In the Bible you were Saul, you took his head,
bro.
you
Like
wanted the guillotine to
I was gonna like
take the head off.
for 65 million, especially, when you look at the player that we got rid of, which is another player that, like I said, he went with my blessing. I said, God bless him. Bye-bye, Shaka. We've had 7 years of you, only had one good season out of you. You know what I mean? So, you know what? You did your thing, helped us with the title challenge. Off you go. See you later. So I went too pissed about who left. But then when you bring somebody else in, like Kai Havertz, and he was doing all the foolishness that he was doing in the first 10, maybe close to 15 games that he came in, people are starting to look at him like, bro, what have we done? 65 million, is this what we're getting for 65 million? But now I'm starting to see some end product, and when you start to see end product, then my view and my opinion can shift.
About it.
You can shift about it. You know what I mean? So I'm never married to my initial opinion, bro. You know what I mean? My opinions are subject to review.
You're shameless too, like me.
With evidence.
Come on, man.
You know what I mean?
Come on, man.
Show me the evidence,
it doesn't get better than this, man.
Bro, you show me the evidence.
Guys holding hands and talking, man. Come on, man. It doesn't get better than this. But see, Olaya, today, a friend of our channel, Gunner King, tagged into a reel, and that reel was the several people, mostly on AFTV and some other channels that that came for Kai Havertz earlier in the season. Yeah, and I saw that video. And it was kind of like a before and after, what they said before and what they said after.
Mm.
And it was a completely different narrative. The fans have completely changed from how they saw him a couple of games before to how they see him now.
Yeah,
See,
but
Ola, it's not about the fan base right now.
yeah.
But again, since there is that dramatic shift from the discourse about Kai Havertz to
Mm-hmm.
what he is right now,
Mm-hmm.
what has Mikel Arteta done to unlock this guy? Because we were not seeing this type of runs before. He's making some certain kind of runs. He is in danger positions. He's making a way where there seems to be no way. He's scoring goals. He's creating chances.
Yeah,
In
and
fact, in
let's
our last match against Aston Villa, please let's don't lie. He was the only one to raise his head up high in that last
he
game
was the
against
best player.
Aston
I said
Villa.
it on the watch along.
He was the
In
best
that
player
game
to
against Aston Villa.
see, forget the goals. He is now putting in performances. And that generally scares me because of what I've said about this guy before. Because he doesn't put up
No,
performances. He
right.
wasn't making those
This is
runs
where I
before.
disagree with you. This is where I disagree
What
with you.
what has Mikel Arteta done to unlock this guy? He's
All right.
scoring goals, he's
Before I
putting in
answer
a
that,
performance, he's running, he's creating chances.
before
What have they done to unlock this guy?
before I answer that, when you said, because of what you said previously about the guy, this is where you're worried. As like I said earlier on, we're
Mm,
just fans, right? We're not the ones that got bought for 65 million. He did. Yeah, it's on
yeah.
him. Hey, Whoopi. You know what I mean? Yeah,
I like
bro.
shameless,
eh,
man. On both
Wolfie was sitting
sides.
on the fight watch along the other day. I was holding Tony Ferguson to account. He
Yeah.
promised us ketchup. We didn't get no rascal ketchup. You know
I
what I mean?
didn't get
If you
ketchup, bro.
promise me
No sauce.
you're gonna cut Paddy Pimblett to shreds and make his face a ketchup, and you don't do that, I'm on you. I'm on you.
No
But dude,
sauce.
but give me the evidence, and I'll stay off you. So now, again, with Kai, this is the only thing that I'm gonna say. I don't want to get too carried away with what he's doing, because one thing that
Okay.
I did mention in the last conversation we had about Kai
Yeah.
was give me end product and consistency. You know, give us
Yeah.
consistency, and you get your due praise. I'm
Yeah.
not look. I, I'm not one of these people. Like, bro, you've seen me move
Yeah.
from Tommy, go to Timber. Timber get injured. I ran. I crawled back to Tommy, my boy. You know what I mean? I like you, Tommy, man. Well, good. I'll sue your boy, We here, man. You know what I mean? We go back it. So come on. Like, give me end product, give me consistency.
Mm,
And Tommy was
mm.
doing that. Everybody started saying what Tommy was really doing.
Yeah, I was really doing. Yeah.
Again, you could
Yeah.
ask those questions. What did they unlock with Tommy? So,
Yeah, but but what has
but
this
now,
manager? Because clearly something has happened. Attitude has changed. His positional display has changed. He's
mm,
now running. What has happened?
let's not
Is
forget.
it is there a tactical change
Let's
from
not
how he was
forget. He
playing
even
before?
scored in that Villa
What
game.
has
That should have been allowed.
that should
That
have been
goal stands.
allowed?
On another day,
Exactly.
that goal stands.
That
On
goal
another
stands.
day,
So
he's
what have they
giving us
unlocked in this guy?
consistency.
What have they unlocked in this guy? What is it about him?
Um, I think maybe different ideas. The
Okay.
players around him, it would play a good part in that, because of what they're trying to do,
Yeah.
and just maybe a little bit of confidence.
Yeah.
Me, as somebody that really follow athletes and fighters as well,
Yeah.
you need confidence to do what they do. People
Mm,
that want to play down confidence, I'm not one of those people that buy that, because I believe in nuances in performances, and
yeah.
confidence is a big part of some of the stuff that we see, from these players.
Mm.
And maybe Kai Havertz didn't have that before. It took him a while to get there. I heard the things that the PSV manager was saying about him.
Manager
Uh,
was saying big praise
when
for
he
the
managed
guy.
him, and his willingness to play any position that's been asked of him seems like he made him, manager's favorites, because every manager that's managed him, they've always picked him.
mm,
It's kind of like Shaka, all the managers from
yeah,
Wenger to Emery to even Lumba, all of them picked him. To Arteta, Arteta even begged him to stay, right? And
yeah.
we're all thinking, what are they seeing in this guy that we're not seeing?
That
But for
we're
some
not
reason, they're
seeing
all picking
exactly.
him. Look at Harry Maguire. Like, for some reason, all these managers are picking him, including the
I'm
England
picking him.
manager.
There's a
What are
reason.
they seeing?
What are they seeing that we're not
Right.
seeing? There's
So
something
we're not
wrong.
there to see all the things that they do. But I would
Mm,
say maybe confidence is a big part of, to answer your question, what has the manager unlocked? I'll probably say maybe confidence and a little bit of backing and maybe that's why we're seeing what we're seeing from Kai Havertz now. But look, I'm not complaining about it.
Guys, you're talking of backing
Long
from
may
the
it continue.
wait. Are you talking of backing from the manager
Yeah, backing
or
from the manager.
backing from the manager?
Yeah.
Okay,
Not,
okay.
not you know what I mean? Backing the manager, even though he keeps fucking up in those games that we've been complaining about him, the manager kept playing him.
The
That,
manager
that
kept playing and
represents
kept
back,
backing him also. He
yeah,
kept
that
saying he's
represents
going to
backing
come
from the
good.
manager.
Mm,
So I think that's probably been the situation with Kai Havertz. And like I said, look, long may it continue. Give me
long may it
consistency,
continue.
give me
Give me
consistency, give me
give us
end
the goals.
product. I'm a happy fan. That's you know what I mean.
Exactly. Get us the goals. That's
These are
all that
stuff that make
concerns
me
me.
happy.
Arsenal Football Club is what concerns me. Yeah, if you're scoring goals for me, you bet I will say hello to you, man. Come on, man. That's what we need. Yeah. So Lord may it continue. See, that guy has been at the back end of lots of jibes from me. Yeah, lots of horrible things I've said about that guy. I wouldn't say I'm sorry. Yeah, but what I would just say is that I'm very happy with with the dramatic turn.
Yeah. And
The
if he
way he
goes
has
back to his
turned his
old self,
career
he's
all
gonna he's,
around.
he's gonna get the criticisms again. It's as simple as that. If he goes back to how he was before, he'll get the criticisms. Right now, he's getting the praises, and rightfully so. Good evening, Mama Flossie. Salute to you. Good evening. Good
I
evening to
have
the
no,
whole
I
chat.
have no argument. I have no argument with that. But big ups to those of you in the chat here. See, guys, yeah, what do you think about Kai Havertz? What does he have to do this season? Which positional area is more better for this guy? Yeah, and that's the question I'll be asking Ola before we move into another topic. Mama Flossie is in the house. Mama Flossie is my first moderator on this channel, guys.
Can you
Big ups to
believe that?
Mama Flossie.
Big up to Mama
Mama
Flossie.
Flossie has been, yes, Mama Flossie has been one of those people, yeah. She has been a big supporter of mine. She comes down here, even when I started, she comes down
Same
here
here.
and she
Same here.
supports me. She
Same here,
supports me,
man.
and I genuinely like her as a person.
Yeah,
So,
man. Big up Mama Flossie,
yeah,
man. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. She's a very lovely human being. So she is my first standard moderator. So, Mama Flossie,
Let's
please
go.
moderate as you like.
Do
Big
your
ups
do
to you.
your
You're
job,
the
Mama
only
Flossie.
as far as I'm concerned, she is the only moderator I have. So, big ups to you. And it takes lots of trust, it takes lots of belief in me. So, thank you for believing in me, Mama Flossie. Thanks for believing in this channel. And God bless you, madam. The assembled is also down here. Drew Gunner, I won't forget you. Wolfang Division. Malia is also Malia, another great person. Malia, big ups to you guys. Tell me about what you think about Kai Havertz and his position. Where is the best position? All of that goes to you before we move into a different topic.
Yeah.
What is the best positional area for this guy right now? We've seen him. He can hawk the touchline. He can stay by the byline. He could create goals. He could take on anything. He could run. He could like I'm seeing effort. Where where is this? Where does this guy,
Nah.
stay in this team? Where is he gonna
Hey.
play?
No,
Where's the best place for him?
you see, it's not as straightforward as where does it play.
Hmm,
And the reason why I say that, I'm going to break it down.
hmm.
So maybe a few people can understand what I'm trying to say here.
Yeah,
With Kai, because of how he started with us,
yeah.
right? A lot of teams, especially oppositions, they don't plan for him. They're planning
Yeah,
for other players.
for
Thereby,
other
Kai Havertz is free.
players.
Is
Big
like the
point, man.
free
Big
floating
point.
guy. It's like a free
Mm.
floating guy because they're not planning for him. They're not really doubling up on him. They're not worried about him. It's
They're
not a
not
threat.
worried.
It's not a threat. So a lot of the times he's left on his ones anyways.
On
Look
his
at that
own,
last
yeah.
goal. Look at that second goal. Yeah, he was just there by himself. You
He's
know what I
just
mean?
there by
Because
himself.
they're not
They don't
thinking.
think he's a threat.
But the more he starts to do it, come next season, if he carries this on throughout the whole season, I promise you, come next season, they're planning for Kai Havertz. All
They're
these
planning.
managers are going to plan for him. You know what I mean? They're going to lock him off. They're going to put
Mm.
someone on him that just follows him everywhere.
Yeah.
So at the moment, we can say, oh, where's the best position for him? The only reason that's working fundamentally is probably because these other managers aren't really planning for him. They're not really
Planning for
taking
him.
him seriously because
Mm.
let's face it, none of us fans really was taking him seriously
True.
for the first how many games that I said earlier on.
Yeah.
So it could be that, right? But
Yeah.
on the other hand, the way Arteta's deploying him as well, is playing in that left eight position
Yeah.
where it can always be that lit runner in the box as well. And like you
Yeah.
said, it's now hugging the byline. We saw Shaka do that a lot last season.
Yeah.
It's not taking those instructions and almost mirroring that gameplay.
Yeah.
But the thing with him now is doing that with confidence. You're now getting end product.
End
But when you
product.
get players around you, and that's why I said it's not just confidence, it's not just the backing from the manager, it's also what your teammates are trying to do. Because if you see your teammates breaking their neck and trying to do great things for the team in terms of winning the games,
Yeah.
you'd want to do the same thing.
The same
I
thing.
remember Alexis Sanchez when like
Yeah.
just the way he played football raised everybody's levels. You know what I
Mm.
mean? He just raised everyone's levels. Everybody wanted at least try and work as hard as he's working. Maybe not score as much, but work at
Yeah.
least the very minimum work as hard. So that might be
Mm.
rubbing off on him. There's so many nuances to why we're now seeing this from
Mm.
Kai Havertz. But like I said, long may continue. I don't want no
Lord,
stuttering now. I just want him to carry on cruising
let him carry on cruising,
you know
man. See,
keep assisting goals, keep scoring goals.
let him keep scoring goals, man. That's the position I'm in right now. I'll see, and mostly right now, yeah, because that's our next topic. Mostly right now that we're in search of goals. We need goals. Anyone, anyone that will grab the game by the scruff of its neck. That's what I want. Ola, into the next topic here. The matchup against Brighton. How do you see that matchup? In the first half, yeah, 15 shots. 15 shots to goal. Yeah, no finishing. What is
So
going
I
on?
was pulling my
The
hair out.
captain, the captain. What is happening? Yeah, Bukayo Saka. What is happening? Ola, the most disturbing factor right now is that we have a certain left winger. No one is going to talk about it, but I'll go there. I will go there. Gabriel Martinelli. Let's take a chill pill, yeah, Ola. Let's talk about it.
Worst player on the
What
pitch.
is
Worst player on
worse,
the pitch. And it's been
worse
like that now for a few games.
for a
It's been
few
like
games?
it's been like that now for a few games. Martinelli is
Ola,
one of my favorite players. Like,
what has happened to Martinelli? And there was a goal that was there was a goal scoring opportunity that was given to him on a platter by Bukayo Saka. It was just to tap the ball into the net.
yeah.
What has happened to this guy? What has happened
Um,
to his confidence? And also, give us what you think about that game against Brighton. 15 shots on goal in the first half, and bro, not even a single goal in the first half.
yeah.
How did you see that matchup, man?
It
Even
was
if we were all over them, we were all over them. But
it
I
was
like the of the game.
it was like pulling a toothache out with the pliers. You know it was painful to watch. Um, and I just the only thing I was praying in my mind was I hope we don't regret not taking any of these chances because we're creating all these chances. And I felt like, when I went back and watched the Villa game as well, it kind of reminded me of the Villa game with the amount of chances that we were creating, but not we can't find the back of the net
Yeah,
for one reason or the other. And I thought to myself, I hope we don't regret, because the longer Brighton stays in this game, the more confident the more confident they get. And
again,
and Martinelli coming back to Martinelli, the amount of chances he had, even even normal creating chances with him. And me, Lee, Matty, we all mentioned this on the watch along.
Mm.
If Martinelli picks his head up, if he just tweaks that bit to his game, he adds 30% to his game,
Yeah.
to his
To
gameplay.
his game. Yeah.
30%, he becomes 30% more lethal if Martinelli can just pick his head up and have a look.
Yeah.
He's always head down, head down, head down, head down.
Head down, head
That's
down.
why
Doesn't look
a
at where
lot,
he's
a
going.
lot of the decisions he makes doesn't always come off. Actually, it doesn't come off way more frequent than it does come off. So if he tweaks that part of his game, he is going to be a lethal player. But until then, he's got this habit, and I understand that we got him from the second division of in the Brazilian league, but he's now
Yeah.
been with us now for nearly 4 years.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like you've been playing big ball football for a minute now, where picking your head up and having a look is a very, very important part of your game, especially as an attacker. Especially as a wide forward.
But
And,
is it
and,
that
and a
is it
forward
that
that takes
Mikel
advantage
Arteta
of
is
players
it
like
that
that.
Mikel Arteta is it that Mikel Arteta hasn't really like talked to him about this? Like
Yeah, it's
because
coaching. It
because
comes
the
down to
manager
coaching.
has to the manager has to take a little bit of a blame. I'm not saying that Martinelli is so bad, yeah, because he creates opportunities too.
Of
But
course he
I'm
does.
saying that there's so much potential in Gabriel Martinelli that I feel he hasn't unlocked it yet. It's just like maybe he's getting there. But as the years go by, you have to start, putting your money where your mouth is. You need to start getting those goals. You need to start, improving.
I mean,
And when I'm talking of improving, I mean 20 goals in a season. I'm talking 25 goals in a
yeah,
season. I'm
yeah.
talking of doing what
It's
Grealish
on a
or
big boy
what
contract now, man. What Martinelli's
exactly,
on to
man.
what 200 bags? Like that's
Exactly.
bro. If
That's
you're
big.
if
That's
you're if,
huge, man.
if you're in the 200 club, like come on, you gotta start thinking for what he's on now. Like I said, he's been with us now for quite some time.
Yeah.
So I expect better quality from him. And one of the ways that the manager, because I was asking for him to get hooked at halftime. Ask Matty. I said I don't
Hmm.
want to see Martinelli come. I want to see Trossard. I want to see Trossard come at halftime, coming back out on the pitch because
Coming back on the
Martinelli has
pitch.
been bad. And I wasn't just picking on him on just that one game. It's
Yeah.
been a few games.
It's been a
Even
few
the games
games.
that we won, it's been a few games where
Yeah.
Martinelli's been dropping stinkers, man. And I think it's just that final. Look, I would say drop him. That's that.
Wait, drop Martin. Wait,
Yeah,
that's a big
I'll drop him.
statement.
I'll drop him against Liverpool.
That's a big statement,
I'll
man.
drop him against Liverpool. I'll bring Trossard on. I'll
Are
bring on
you
Trossard
serious?
against Liverpool at Anfield, and I know Trossard right now must be feeling hungry. Must be feeling hungry. Watching Martinelli game after game, wasting chances away.
Wasting chances away. Even
So the
he
one
rarely
one
even
one
have
quick
decent
way,
passing
the one quick
these
way
days.
for the manager to get his message across to any player that ain't really doing what he's supposed to be doing is dropping them. You'd send that message real fast.
But
That
again, do we have enough quality on the bench to afford that
I
kind
just,
of
I just
luxury?
I didn't say drop him out of the squad. Put him on the bench. He can go sit on the bench like Trossard been sitting on the bench, and let's see what Trossard can do.
Can
Maybe
do,
he
right?
does stuff to keep his place. Because we've been the one crying for competition in the team. So now when we ask for a player to get dropped for the other guy that was supposed to be his competition, the radio guy is telling me that's a big statement. How's that a big statement? Drop it for Trossard. That's like we won the competition in the team. That's competition.
Yeah.
Drop it for Trossard. Let Trossard come in and do his thing, and maybe he can sit Martinelli down for a minute and keep him on the bench. Then now Trossard, when you come on, it's your job to keep Martinelli on the bench.
Yeah.
And as byproduct of that, as fans, we benefit from Trossard's good performance for wanting to keep Martinelli on the bench. So that's
On
how
the
I
bench.
think these things are supposed to work. We can't just because some players are our favorite and we like him like that. If they drop in bad performances, we should be able to say drop them, right? We should be able to say drop them and bring the competition on.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and that's what we wanted for Saka's side during the summer when we were calling, when we were calling for Arsenal to go and sign Kudus. Now we see what
Yeah.
Kudus is
Exactly.
doing at
Let's
West
see
Ham.
what he's
You
doing for
know,
West Ham.
you can see
Talking
what he's
about
doing for
West
West
Ham.
Ham.
Talking about West Ham. A big West Ham fan. Yeah, Tony. Big ups Early Doors TV. Guys, yeah, see, if you've not subscribed to Early Doors Football TV, what are you waiting for, man? Big guy, yeah. This guy talks West Ham professionally, yeah. Great guy, great channel. I've been there, he's a great guy. I've had, at least I've been honored to be on a show with Ellie Dawes, Football TV. I think that was on TJ Warren's TV, and very great guy, talks football quite well. Guys, go subscribe to Ellie Dawes Football TV. He says, big up Tony and big up Ola. See, Ola, let's throw
I've just
Martinelli
seen this
away.
question on the screen, and
Okay, which one? Which one?
yeah, this question we got right here on the screen. They're assembled.
Okay,
And thank you
yeah.
for that question. He says, Ola, it's a who's fooling who situation we have here where Havertz is concerned. Nketiah has times when he's doing well. Do you also believe your observation of him in the long term? In my opinion, first impression.
First
Yeah,
impression.
and look, and I get where you're coming from. And
No, 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 no. That question is flawed. Nketiah has times when he's doing well. When
yeah,
has he
well,
done well?
when he has poor
When has he?
capacity,
When has he done well?
right?
Question. Only did a
So
hat trick against Sheffield United. I'm talking of Kai Havertz, who scored in the Champions League in the big stage. He scored again, bro. He scored against Brighton. Technically, Brighton have had more joys than Arsenal at Emirates Stadium. Let that sink in. So to us,
right.
it's a big game.
So
He's a big game player.
the
He's
re- the
scoring in the
reason
big
the
games.
reason why
He's
the reason
scoring
why
in the small games. He's scoring in Champions League. That's what I'm talking about. And
but
Nketiah
the
hasn't
reason
done that.
why I
He's only scored against Sheffield United.
the reason why I agree with the assembled here a little bit when it says who's fooling whose situation with Havertz, right? The thing is, you don't want to get carried away with the whole Havertz situation because all of a sudden, if this stops and we don't see nothing like this come the rest of the season, you're going to be asking the same question: did we jump too soon? That's why I say everything has to be balanced, So right now, the assembled is waiting for a bigger sample size, if you like. That's why he said it's a who is fooling who situation right now, as far as Havertz is concerned, right now. Where he is with him, that's where he is with him. So, some people are going to be more drawn to jump over the fence with Havertz right now. Some people want to tiptoe.
But again, what
Some
is
people
this
want to
sample
tiptoe.
size?
Some people want to take normal pace.
Ola,
You know what
Ola,
I mean?
but again, what is this sample size? As far as I'm concerned, Kai Havertz isn't our striker. He's not our striker. He's
Right.
a
So
midfielder
you're saying
in this team. So
no.
he's not that guy in the number nine slot that you're saying go out
Look.
and score
Kai
25
Havertz,
goals in a season.
Kai Havertz is attacking forward, right? And
Yeah.
again, like I said, the way football is nowadays, you can say it's not your striker, but when you're attacking forward of an attacking team like us, like a City, like a Liverpool, you have expectations on you, and that's goals and assists, and you gotta create chances. These are your free remits. Yeah, I'm not asking you to do Saliba's job. Saliba's job is to give us clean sheets. You know what I mean, and win us games.
Yeah, I'm
By
just saying that there's a
you
limit
know,
to what he can do because he's not our striker. Gabriel Jesus is our striker.
not
The
really,
closest person
not
to being the
really,
striker for us
not
is
not
Gabriel
really.
Martinelli and
There's
and, and Bukayo Saka. So it's not
there's
in
a
this
lot.
place to
It's not.
score
No. I
20
won't say
goals
there's a
in a
limit to what
season
you can do.
to a
You
team he
got
just
create
came into.
chances, assist goals, score goals. You know what I mean? And be a part of a good gameplay in the phases where we're
Mm,
playing the football. Football is a 90-minute game. Be a part
mm,
of something good. Start off an attack. Get on the
mm.
end of attacks. Create chances. Assist
Chances.
goals. Score goals. You know,
Mm,
be a part
mm.
of it. Be a conducive part of the build up. You
Of the
know,
build up of the game. Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
There's
O-
plenty. There's so
Ola,
much you can do.
yeah. Ola, what would you say about how Arsenal came back in the second half and got those goals at the same time? We know that Brighton have always had joys at the Emirates.
Yeah.
Of course, they're not the same team. It's depleted in a way. There's no Caicedo, there's no McAllister, the Argentine who's playing his football for Liverpool. Would you say Arsenal got away lightly, or would you say Arsenal played against Brighton and we beat Brighton? Like,
Um,
what's the
I,
dichotomy for you? What's that?
want
What's that
to
divide for
say
you?
number one. Yeah, I'm going to be honest here. When I was
Mm,
watching the game live,
yeah,
it didn't feel it didn't feel like an action pack. You know what I mean? It didn't feel like that Vavavoom game that was,
yeah,
that I would have liked to see. But I saw us create so many chances, and you know what I mean. It probably annoyed me more than it should have. But you can understand when you create especially when you're coming back off a loss against Villa, and then you're
yeah,
playing Brighton when you know you don't usually do well against them, and then we're creating all these chances and not putting them in the back of the net. It starts to worry you a little bit. It starts to frustrate you, and
yeah,
you start to get annoyed a little bit by it. But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, and you look at the amount of shots that we had on them, uh, 2-0 kind of flattered them a little bit. 2-0 flat. I think
yeah,
2-0
yeah. It's flat then, man.
Brighton. But at the same time, you could say 2-0 flattered Brighton, but
Mhm.
we weren't clinical enough to really put the damage on them. When
Put the damage on them.
we had those, and I was sitting there saying, boy, if we come with this sort of attitude to Anfield and we create
Oh
all these
my
chances and
God!
not putting them away, they do, they got people that will punish us. They
Exactly.
got players that will
They
punish
got
those
players.
chances that we're missing.
Anyway,
So
we'll get into that, yeah, because we did see Liverpool versus Manchester United. Come on, man, Ola, at Anfield, they couldn't beat a shabby Manchester United team. This is
yes,
a team we did
the
three
derby,
one,
the
yeah.
derby element comes
We
into it,
did
though.
this team dirty at the Emirates. Come on, man, Ola, man,
The,
we
the,
did
the,
this
the,
team
the,
dirty, yeah.
I think the derby
Come
element
on,
came
man.
into it, and Ten Hag, they
No,
definitely
no, no,
didn't want to
no,
drop
no, no.
another
I,
seven.
I, I don't think the derby. I don't think the derby attitude came in because it was a one-sided game. Liverpool had the ball possession. They played more. They had more chances, more shots on goal. Yeah, there were moments in which Manchester United had their moments in that game, but it was totally controlled by Liverpool. It was a one-sided game. Let's don't get it twisted. Yeah, and when you have Manchester United, your biggest rivals, in the position they are not in top four right now. They're not in top five. They're neither in top six. It's a shabby team, shabby Manchester United, mostly away from home. They should be doing them dirty. Everyone was saying 6-0, 7-0, 8-0. For Manchester United to
I,
go to
I,
Anfield
I,
and get
I,
a result, Arsenal
bro,
should be going
I
there
called the
and,
draw.
and, and fight and
I
fighting
wasn't
for a
calling no
win.
6-0. I called the draw. I mean, I called the draw. I actually called it 2-2, right? I called
Mm,
the draw, but I knew Manchester United was um was not going to want to go through that situation that they did last season with them. And when you have a team, their last game, and what they remember is that 7-0. What they keep getting reminded going into
yeah.
this, that 7-0. The one thing that they wouldn't want to do is is get embarrassed like that again. So I knew it was going to be a very very cagey fight. And if Ten Hag came with the right game plan, it could get something out of the game. And that's exactly what I thought was going to happen. I called a 2-2 draw, but nil-nil would do me just fine. And in
You,
my opinion, I was shameless with it. I wanted Liverpool to drop points. I didn't care
well,
that
I
Man United
wanted
was
them
going
to
to take
drop
points off
points.
them if it was going to benefit me. And that's how I looked at it.
Or like we'll still look into, if we have little time, we'll still look into Liverpool. We'll still have to look into that Champions League draw that I just dropped in. We'll get to that. But Ola, just before we round off on this Arsenal Brighton stuff, yeah, because we're in the season where we're talking about strikers. Ola, in the papers, Oshimen is making, of course, this is our brother, yeah, he's also Nigerian. See, Ola,
He's still a mercenary.
Oshimen, come on, man. Ivan
He's still a
Tony,
mercenary, though.
come on, man. See, man. See, oh, he's a big striker. He's a big striker. His wheelhouse might not be link up play, but this guy's physical. This guy's your traditional number nine. He knows the four corners of the post. He knows how to score a goal. He's a beast in the 18-yard box. Aerially, he's a superior guy, 6 foot plus. It's almost the same thing like Erling Haaland. Yeah. I'm not saying he has a type of output like Erling Haaland, but I'm saying he's that kind of guy you put in the 18-yard box and he will get you goals. Aerially, he's superb. Link up play is not part of his skill set, although he could do that. He has a very very good hold up play scenarios. His one on ones perfect. He plays penalties quite well. He's an acrobatic and athletic kind of player. He has certain other qualities that if he comes to Arsenal, he will get on goals. Do you think we should be getting Victor Osimhen? I know you just signed a new contract, but again, they put in a clause in that contract. In fact, they insisted on a clause, 100 and something million, probably. But if Arsenal can buy Declan Rice, we can also do it with Victor Osimhen. What's that money? It's 100 million market anyway. So what do you think? Or do you think we should just keep our cool, go for Ivan Tony? Of which I'm also hearing that even that deal is even looking shaky right now. So what do you think?
Um, I'd say we'll go with Brentford.
Mm,
Just again, my idea, my same reason that I put down earlier on. I want players that's going to hit the ground running.
yeah,
That and that means he knows the league, doesn't have to acclimatize too much. Maybe doesn't even have to move. He's already living in London. There's a lot
yeah,
of factors that helps a player to hit the ground running. You know,
yeah,
and it would be the perfect choice for me. But that's
yeah.
me. With Victor
Mm,
Osimhen, I'm not opposed to getting him, but I think he's more of a summer sort of signing than going to put
mm,
an outlay of over 100 million down in January to try and secure him. But if we
yeah,
did, I'd be happy with it because um, a player like that can really send a message across the league to show that we're serious in terms of putting down, that kind of outlay to
yeah,
really go after the Premier League.
yeah,
If you made that kind of signing in a January it came in
yeah,
and you won the league with him, nobody's even if you didn't win the league with him. I
mm,
don't think the ambitions of the owners will be questioned in terms of are they trying to win the league? Are they doing everything to win the league? If
yeah,
they went to make
yeah.
a big signing like that. So it's a signing that will be welcomed by me. Uh, I wouldn't turn my nose down on Oshiman. And
On
like I said,
Osimhen, yeah, yeah,
and like I said, um, they've put a clause in his contract that he's just signed. That shows you the mercenary mindset that I'm talking about. Because when a
exactly.
good deal comes along, everybody's going to take the best deal that's good for themselves. You
That's
know what I'm
good
trying
for.
to say? So let's not play like he's doing Napoli a favor or Napoli's doing. Nobody's doing nobody a favor. Everybody's putting the best deals that's good for themselves. So for
Mm,
him, if we're able to get him, nice. But with Brentford, I feel like it'll be a little bit easier because of the kind of business transaction that we already have with Raya. We,
mm,
we we had something where we picked him up. We picked him up in the summer. We did a
yeah,
trial run with him. They could have got more money from Tottenham. They refused. They came and got less money from us. All
yeah,
these kind of things tells me that we have a good business relationship with them. And with the
yeah.
Tony situation, I'm sure we can build some structure that will be
Some
beneficial
structure.
for both clubs in terms of paying the fees that they need to pay for Tony to come over to Arsenal. So
Before
I,
before
I
we
I
move
think
into the
both can
but
happen.
but,
I'll be happy with it.
but before we move into this Champions League stuff, yeah, Ola, right now, yeah, are you having concerns about Ivan Tony coming to the football club? Are you concerned about his match fitness? Because that's another area, yeah, that that's come you know to the limelight right now, yeah, because that's a discussion there. If Arsenal goes for this guy that has missed lots of competitive games in the Premiership,
Mhm.
do you think he can? do you think can get up to speed? Because we need him for that title run in, because we know that Manchester City is going to strengthen. We know they're oiling the machine, preparing for a comeback by January.
Yeah.
So, do you think he's going to come back up to
It's
speed? And
one of the reasons why I wasn't really happy with Arsenal in terms of if they were really going to be looking at him, why didn't they bring him in the summer? So he starts to, know how the players play. He starts to get
know how he
Arteta's
plays? Yeah.
ideology. He starts to
Mm,
get, some of the message that that they want to put across and how they want,
yeah.
how they want him to affect the team, and he can just come into the team, slot into the team, play with the intensity that's required from the
Yeah.
manager from him. It's one of the
Yeah.
reasons why I was thinking, boy, if we're gonna go for this guy in January, he's going to serve a ban anyway. Why don't we just get him in the summer and just be done
Get
with
him in
it?
the summer
And
and
then
just
he's
be
in the
done with it.
squad. He's already learning the ways of
He's
us.
already learning and playing and trying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's the only qualms that I really got with trying to get him in this late. But I did
Yeah.
hear that he's been training and trying to keep himself fit. Because obviously he knows he's going to be on the move, and they're going to be asking for big money with him for him. So he's kept
Yeah.
himself in training. He's been having some behind closed door matches and stuff like that. So he's trying in that sense, he's keeping himself fit and sharp. But whether he's going to be Premier League ready and Premier League match fit and Premier League match sharp, that's a
Mm.
whole different thing.
That's a whole
And,
different
and
thing.
and and that's something that we're gonna have to wait and see. But if he's training with the likes of Buemo and Wisa week in week out, and he's already doing stuff in the behind the scenes, I think he'll be all right. He's just gonna take him a few games to click into gear, and the next thing you know, his bagging goals.
He's
And all
bagging
he
goals
needs is that
again.
first goal. For a striker like him, he gets that first goal, he could go on a roll.
It could go on a roll. Exactly. I do agree with you. Ola, we'll move into this Champions League stuff here. Arsenal drawn against FC Porto. Of course, man. City drawn against FC Copenhagen. Come on, man. Where's the fairness? But see, yeah, we got FC Porto. Yeah, this Portuguese guys.
Mm.
I'm scared about Portuguese teams. Yeah, we knew what Sporting Lisbon did to us. Yeah,
Exactly. Exactly.
and again, now we're facing another Portuguese team in Europe again.
Mm.
You know, they're so tricky.
And they got
They know how
European
to
pedigree as well.
and they got
Very,
European pedigree at the same
very good
time. They're
European
former
pedigree.
Champions League winners. And even apart from that, yeah, they have players that can hurt us, yeah,
Mm.
that can genuinely hurt us. These guys, but again, they played in the same group with FC Barcelona. They were on the same points
Mm.
with FC Barcelona, 12 points, 12 points.
Mm.
Yeah. So although they've lost couple of games, yeah, in the last 5 weeks or in the last 5 6 weeks, they
Mm.
lost a game to a Portuguese club called Estroli. They've lost twice
Mm.
to Estroli this season. So
Mm.
Estroli is not really a high flying team, but they've lost to them this
Mm.
season. So there's still vulnerability to FC Porto. You know, if you exploit them, you know you can really get them. But again, it's Arsenal. Do we have the ammunition to outgun these guys? Mind you, in the last day of the group games, they smashed Shakhtar Donetsk 5-2. These
Mm.
guys, if you allow them, they will genuinely hurt you. What do you
Yeah.
think, Ola?
Um, it's not the worst draw you could have drawn from the hat. Let's be honest, it's not the worst draw. I'll take him. I'll take him. Exactly, Drew. Exactly. The consistency is just gotta bring consistency. We've Porto. It's not the worst draw. Um, it is what it is. I'll take it.
Yeah,
I fully expect us to be in the last eight with
yeah,
that draw, and I
mm,
know it's not going to be easy, but it's still an expectation. That I have from this Arsenal team. We've gone and won the group. Look where we are in the Premier League,
mhm,
and with those again with those positions, the expectations change from you.
yeah,
If we're fighting for top four and then we drop Porto, I might not have this much expectation. This is where I'm
yeah,
coming from. But because
yeah,
of where we are in the league and what we've been doing and stuff like that, I have a lot higher expectation for this actual tie. Just the tie in itself. And like I said, I expect us over the two legs. I expect us to see through and get to the latter stage. I don't know how we're gonna do it. I expect it to be difficult, but I
Mm.
expect it to be done. So I'm expecting us to get into the last eight.
But, but again, should we be confident at this point in time, man? Facing FC Porto with our first 11. Do you think we need to go into that transfer window and do business before we can be more confident in facing these guys, or do you think we're
Um,
going to be confident going into that game with what we
um,
have right now?
I mean, even with what we had right now, if we play them in the group stages,
Mm.
and we had them in the group stages, I wouldn't. I look at them like like a PSV. I look at them like an Ajax.
PS
I look at them
PSV.
like I look at them like an Ajax, and the reason why I said that
Wow.
is because of the leagues they're playing. Like you said about Estoro just now, they haven't got a lot of You can only maybe look at three teams out of that whole league. How many teams playing that? 13 teams, 14 teams,
Mm.
something like that, right? And the best three teams out of that league is Benfica, Sporting Lisbon, and Porto. That's
And
it.
Porto. Yeah.
Those are the three best teams out of that league.
Maybe
So
maybe maybe Sporting Braga or so, but still.
yeah, but do they always finish better than those three teams that I just mentioned? It's always those
Nah,
three that's
it's
always
always just
there or
the
thereabouts.
yeah,
So when you look at it, that's why I said I look at them like a Ajax,
yeah,
like a PSV because of
mm,
how their league is. And
yeah,
when you look at that league, you only think of Ajax. You look at a PSV Eindhoven and maybe a Fenerbahce. I mean,
yeah.
not Fenerbahce. Feyenoord is what
Fenoid.
I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look at those three teams, and those three teams are probably they're always there or thereabouts when it comes to their league standings. So I still, like I said, it's going to be a difficult game, difficult tie. I don't know how we're going to do it. It might take penalties to get us through. But what I'm trying to say is my expectation after drawing Porto, considering some of the other teams that we could have drawn, I expect us to finish in the last eight.
You expect us to finish in the last eight. See, Ola, let's chime in into this Liverpool stuff, yeah. Before we go, uh, Manchester United drew against Liverpool. We smashed these guys, yeah, 3-1. I
Mm.
know it doesn't matter, but in the grand scheme of things, the team they struggled against, we beat them at home. They are in their own slaughterhouse, what we like to call a slaughterhouse, which is Anfield, not a good place to go for any team, not just Arsenal. And Manchester United, a shitty Manchester United team, by the way, go there and survive. In fact, they survived. Ola, what is stopping Arsenal from looking into that matchup here, sizing up Liverpool and say, you know what, yeah, these guys ain't killers. They're not killers. Actually, you know, uh, we have to be confident going into Anfield and saying, you know what, yeah, we can put in a performance, we'll up the ante. Someone, even an individual player, can be able to grab the game by the scruff of its neck, get our shooting boots on, and attack Liverpool head on. What do you think, Ola? They're there for the taking. With what happened against Manchester United, they're there for the taking. What do you think?
This is where I differ with you, man.
Hmm.
I wouldn't take anything out of that Man United game as a
Okay.
barometer to how Liverpool will play or how they're going to approach us. Number one,
Hmm.
in my opinion, they're going to be pissed off. So we're
Hmm.
getting a pissed off Liverpool. They're already pissed off with Roy Keane and Van Dijk going at it and saying what they're saying, right?
Van Dijk.
So, so we're
Oh
gonna
my
get
God.
so we're gonna get pissed off Liverpool. Now we
Hmm.
know what happens. History has dictated it twice.
Yeah.
Twice. One with Ateta starting it with Klopp, the second one with Shaka riling
Oh
up
my
the right,
God.
right. So though if history taught us something at the very least, you don't want to go and be facing a pissed off Liverpool, right?
Hmm.
So we know that
Hmm.
because we've been on the end of both situations. right?
Facts. Facts.
But you're right. This Liverpool can be got at. This Liverpool, you can get results out of them.
Mm.
This Liverpool, they're susceptible to mistakes. I watched, even though they dominated that game against United, United had chances that if maybe some of our forwards might have got hold of them chances, maybe it would have been converted, So I want to say, and this is one of the reasons why I'm saying drop Martinelli, bring Trossard. Trossard scored a hat-trick there last season. So
yeah, man, with
if
Brighton. So
if there's motivation for somebody that's been dropped on the bench to come and do something and do it in a big way, this is the game to do it. Especially if you're trying to send a message to Martinelli to buck his ideas up. This is the game to do it. I'll drop Martinelli this game, bring Trossard on,
bring Trossard in,
and let him try, let him try and do some damage. So it's not a foregone conclusion that I'm giving. Right now, speaking to you, I'll take a draw. I'll take a draw from Anfield. Right now, speaking to you.
Oh, you'll take a draw?
Yeah, because people they can say what they want, and I know a lot of people that think Anfield, just playing at Anfield doesn't carry weight. I have a different experience of that. You know what I mean? And playing at that ground means something. It's a whole different pressure. It's a whole different, and that in itself, as that in itself for me, has already given a 10%, maybe 20% advantage to their players, anyways. So we're already fighting with our hands tied behind our backs. We're already
tied behind our backs
against the tide already. So to go and get a full result will be magnificent. At Anfield is something I've wanted us to do for a long time. We're still not been able to crack that code yet. We're trying to crack the code, but we just never. We're not quite there. Every time we're trying to crack that code, man. You know what I mean? So I hope this weekend we're able to do it. And that will the confidence that will give the team and the player, the whole squad, is going to be unbelievable if we're able to pull it off. If there's one thing that I wanted us to last season, all right, we drew, and we were all pissed off. Now I want us to go and convert that pissed off that we, all the fans were last season, convert it to, celebration and happiness come end of match day.
Drew Gunners have just said something. Shout out to Drew Gunners, one of the most consistent guys since he came down here. Of course, even the assembled is even part of that. In that bracket, man, the assembled top guy. He has always, rode. He's a ride or die kind of guy with me down here on this channel. But Drew Gunners say something interesting. Liverpool always turn up for a game against us. Do you think they just have it for us, man? And the proof is in the pudding.
They call us guaranteed 3 points. That's what they call us. That's how they see us.
God.
That's how they look at us. Yeah. When
just like Ola
always says something. That's how they look at us.
Ola, it's Christmas period. There's something you always say.
Santa Claus season, man. You know what I mean? Christmas will come too early for this lot. That's how they look at us, man. That's how they view us. They view us as guaranteed 3 points. And as far as they're concerned, it don't matter how rubbish they are and how good we are. When we come to Anfield, it's 3 points. They're convinced of it. You can't convince another Liverpool fan right now that even after that display against United, they're convinced they're going to get 3 points out of us. And it's up to us to go and change that narrative. It's up to us
change that narrative,
change that perspective of them about us. But if we don't change it, they're going to keep thinking it, and that goes. When you look how long we haven't won at Anfield, it's crazy. It's club of our stature, but it's not just us. It's not. That's the crazy part. It's not just us. There's a lot of teams that go to Anfield, but they get peppered. They get sent back with their tails tucked in.
I'm telling you, exterminated, man.
And that's why I said there's something about that ground. Like it's just, is a formidable ground around. You know,
It's a formidable
every team
ground.
around the country, they all say the same thing, and
But but again, Ola,
that carries weight.
if there's anyone that can do it, it has to be Arsenal. Brighton, before they came into the matchup last weekend, yeah, they've scored in I think 21 games actually.
Yeah,
They've not
I
stopped
just
scoring
don't think
in
those
21
two
games.
games have
They've
anything to
always
do with
scored
each
a
other.
goal. But Arsenal kept them to a nil in 21 games. So
Yeah, I just don't
if there's
think those
anyone
two
that can
games.
do it, it's Arsenal.
No, I don't know because we don't know who's going to be available for us on Saturday, so we can't say that. We don't know who's, you know what I mean? You don't know who's going to be available. Come Saturday, the touch wood. Declan Rice might not be available. Then what you're saying now doesn't marry up to what you're expecting
Doesn't
on
to
Saturday.
what you're expecting.
This is
But
what I'm trying to say. So we need to hold our horses and
I thought I
let's.
totally get you. But like because you just raised something here. I know we just have some few minutes. But you just raised something. Talking about players coming back. Emmy
Mm,
Smith Rowe is back already. He's playing already. Yeah?
yeah.
That's something good. I know you have something to say about that. Another key player who has been playing on grass since about a week now is Thomas Partey. And I
Mm.
heard he might be the surprise juggernaut that might be showing and rearing his head down there at Anfield. What do you think?
I'll sell him
Should
in
we bring
January
him
while
into
he's
the
still
fray?
fit. I'll sell him while he's still fit. Don't break him. Don't even play him. Don't break him again. You know, just keep him fit, wrap him in the cotton wool and sell his ass to the Saudis. You know what I mean? Get me some money. Maybe we
Get
can fund some of these Ivan Tony purchase that we're trying to do. You know, we've done without Partey all season. You know what I mean? So like I'm not even clamoring for him like that. I'm not I
Does
yeah,
it
go on.
change anything if you does it change anything if you come to this Liverpool game?
No, I mean, it's a name on the bench. It's a good name
Mm,
to have on the bench, you know, when you look at it on paper, but it's not match fit. So there's nothing Partey can do that's gonna make me have big expectation of some kind of end product or effort from him because it's not
yeah,
even this guy ain't played in months. So I
mm,
can't just expect him to just pop into a big game like that
yeah,
and do, you know, and demand some kind of uh, game changing display from
game
him.
changing displays.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so I look. I understand football. Contrary to what people might think, you know what I mean. I
yeah,
understand football, and I know it takes a while. It takes like I said, match fitness, then match sharpness, because those two are different things. You know what I mean. You can be fit,
mm,
but maybe you're not match sharp yet, and it
yeah,
takes a while to get there, and a few games to really get you to the point where you're razor sharp and you can just act
yeah.
on instinct. So you know all these things will come for him, but I'd just like it to come for him at a different club. I don't, you know, I can't take another long injury of Thomas Partey, and we're paying him over 200 bags in this team. Go and get
This
somebody
team
else, man. You know what I
go
mean?
get some
Go
else,
get young
guys.
buck.
Hola. See, guys, yeah, we've come to the end of this show, but just before we totally end it, yeah, Ola, Arsenal is top of the league. Let that sink in,
It's
Ola.
something last season, bro.
Arsenal, Arsenal are top of the league. Let that sink in, Ola. Over to you.
Yeah, Arsenal's top of the table, but right now that don't mean a whole lot just yet, and that's just because of how they made me feel last season. You know, to be on top of the league for as long as we did, and no other club is ever lost a league position from that point at
From
that
that
stage of the
point,
season, and
mm,
we happen to be. It's a big mental scar to live on a fan. And when
yeah,
you know that saying when they say fans have long memories, yeah, like
yeah, true,
we'll be remembering shit from the 80s
yeah,
and the 90s and
eighties
stuff
and the
like that.
nineties,
Because
yeah,
fans
the
don't
two
forget
thousand.
stuff like this. You know,
Mm,
there are fans that go through certain cycles with their football club, and it just stays with them. And this one's
mm,
gonna stay with me for a long, long time. And it's gonna take winning the league to at least help me start shaking it off. You know what I mean? Just start shaking it off.
shaking it off, yeah.
It'll help soften the blow a little bit if we win and won the league. But until then, I'm just gonna keep having that PTSD that Arsenal gave me last season, man. You know what I mean? I'm still
But
suffering from it.
But, but like, is it now a thing of culture now for Arsenal to be challenging for the title right now? Last season we challenged for it. See, I've seen Arsenal mount a challenge. The next time they mount a challenge will be maybe the next 10 years. You know, we saw it with that league win that Leicester won it. Since then,
Yeah.
Arsenal haven't really mounted a decent title challenge since then.
But that's
But
why
right
we're
now,
asking for
we challenged last season. This
that's why we're
season,
asking that's why we're
this
asking for
season,
consistency, bro.
I know, but this season, what we're challenging for the same title again. So
Yeah.
I've not seen this in a long time. So is
It's
this
some
the
it's
culture?
something that I've
Is this
asked
the
for in
culture right now? Is this the
yeah,
culture of
yeah,
we challenging for the title year
yeah.
in year out? Is this it?
100%. You hit the nail
Okay.
on the head, Tony. It's one thing that I've been asking for a long time, even from like wanting going to protest, wanting Wenger out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's all about wanting better for the club, where
Yeah.
we're being told that top four, just aiming for top four and being
You're
in the
just
top four
aiming for top
is
four.
all there is. When we know as football fans, having tasted that glory days before, that
Yeah.
you can challenge every year just by improving your squad year in year out and
Year in
stay with
year
the
out.
big boys, challenging for the title. Even if you come into those, you drop into those places,
Yeah.
third and fourth, but you drop it for challenging spots, then
Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of acceptable. But if what we're doing is going from ground up and all we're trying to aim for is just top four, top four, top four, and never
Yeah.
really challenging, well, bro, we were never even in these conversations for time. When they're talking about big boys talking about at the big, we weren't even at that table for a long time. When they
Yeah.
mentioned players coming to Premier League teams, where our names weren't always on those tables, you know.
Yeah.
When they're talking about £100 million player, they don't talk about us. They don't look
Yeah.
at us like that. But
Yeah.
maybe this culture that they got right now, and the
Yeah.
way that other clubs are perceiving us, they're taking us as a
Now.
serious club now, and maybe
Yeah.
for years to come, is something that we're going to see on a regular basis in terms of
Yeah.
challenge for the title, and that
Yeah.
has to come from the owner. That has to come from the owner.
That has to come
Owner
from the owner.
has to
Yeah.
really, really
Mm.
plant that flag that that's what we're doing around here. We want to be challenging for the best honors every single season, that
Every single season.
so we can make our fans proud. That's it.
Exactly. Exactly. Big ups Paul Forwell, man. Big up to you, man. Great guy. He says big up Tony, big up Ola. Ola, the reason why I mentioned this sustained challenging for the title, yeah, because if you continually challenge for the title, you're in the mix, you're always there, you're up and about around the area where they're challenging for the title, you have a goddamn chance of winning it. Just look at Liverpool. Yeah, they
Mm,
they consistently were knocking on that door. It's not like it's not like they've won three Premiership titles in 7 seasons. No, they've only won one. But
mm,
again, they consistently knocked on that door, challenged, year in, year out. And when you do that, you have a big chance of at least gazumping one of those titles in the run up in those years if you're knocking on the door.
mm.
But if you're not knocking on the door, if you're not in Champions League places, and you're not actually putting a decent effort to actually try to knock on those spaces, you will be in problem. You won't even have the chance to even win the league like Liverpool did. Consistently knock on the door, consistently challenge for the title, and we can just be there. So that's where I'm coming from, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, it's all about changing the look and perspective of Arsenal to
Mm.
rival clubs, to rival fans, to people out there. But we only us can change that narrative, and
Can change that narrative.
that comes with consistent improvement of the club, consistent
Mm.
improvement of recruitment, making sure that recruitments are, you know, top notch, and making sure that uh, we invest in correct players. That's always going to help us challenge for the league. The clubs that we've seen do it for so long, that's been the blueprint to it.
The blueprint.
The recruitment is always weak, it's always spot on. They're always
Yeah.
improving the squad, and they don't sit and wait for players to not have value before they get rid of them. If you're not really working for them in 2 seasons, you're gone. Bring the next
Yeah.
guy in, and that's
Bring the
how you
next guy
improve
in.
your squad. You don't just sit on a bad player for so long hoping it's gonna come good. Like, no,
Yeah.
we ain't got time for that. And
We ain't
that's
got
why
time for that.
in 2 years you're gone if you're not really performing at a big club. See,
Yeah,
that's how big clubs do it. And that's
yeah.
why I'm saying the way that football is nowadays is different to how we used to be, where you have all this patience with players. There's no the
Mm.
club, not even clubs, good running clubs have that kind of
Yeah,
patience with players no more. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Two
yeah.
seasons, 18 months, 2 seasons. If you're not doing it, out you go.
Out you go. Exactly. Andrew Gunner, you made the right point there. I don't think Arsenal have the squad now. However, if we go in January and go get what we need, a striker, a midfielder, and either a right-sided or maybe another a
And,
right-sided
and, a, and a
defender
big part of that as well, to add to what we're saying, it's not just the players, it's also the manager. It's also the man. Does the manager have it in him to get us over the line? You
to
know,
get us over the line.
because he's partly to blame for what happened last season.
Is inexperienced. He's an
and and
inexperienced
and,
manager
and he has to take a good portion of
of the
responsibility
blame of what happened
for what happened last season. So I'm going to be
last
looking at
season.
him as well this
Yeah,
season. So sitting on top of the league right now, as well as it is, it's not enough to impress me just now. We need to stay over the line because I was here last season for most of the
yeah.
season. So that's not impressing us now. He
No,
impressed us last season. Now it's not. Now
no,
to
it's not.
impress us, you need to get over the line. That's the
You need
next
to
thing.
get over the line. Guys, Ola of the Fight Week Show. Ola, big up to you, man. Thanks for coming to share your time with us.
Thank you,
Hopefully
my
next
brother.
week, we see the aftermath of that Liverpool
Yeah.
game. But Ola, I want you to shout out your channel, yeah? And most of all, I know that this touched your heart yesterday, yeah? Leon beating Covington.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
I know it's a really big one
yeah.
for you. Maybe not, maybe you're not getting the money he's getting, yeah.
Oh
But I
yeah, of
know
course. But
morally,
I still want him to
just
do well.
morally,
Yeah,
I know it struck a connection in your heart.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Leon beating this guy. Ola, talk about your channel. Shout it out to these guys down here. And apart from that, tell us what you thought about that matchup, and just round things up and let's go home.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a really good fight. I mean, everybody saw the build up with Kobe going crossing the line, talking about his dead dad, and he's gonna tell him to say hello to him when he sends him to hell, something
Oh my
something along
God,
those lines.
no.
He really crossed the line, so I was really happy that Leon, was able to defend the belt successfully, and
Yeah,
not just the only one Leon to win, but I know his training partner, like his childhood friend. He's a good friend of our show. Like we talk, we talk all the time, and that brother there, shout out to Jermaine Lewin. That's his name.
yeah.
You
Shout out
guys
to
go
him.
check him out. We done
Yeah.
interviews with him on the channel. Um, and I wanted the camp to win. And when you saw the work that Leon was doing in the background leading up to the fight, anyway, I knew uh anybody that watched on the watch along would see, like, you could see Leon's skill set. It was fantastic. And thank you for that plug there, Mama Flossie.
Mama Flossie,
So
the best
I was
moderator
really
ever.
really happy with the two title fight. I wanted Pantoja to win, and I wanted Leon Edwards to win, and both of them won. So that was really really good. And people, I'm going to be doing a watch along for the AJ Wilder and Danny Dubois. They're going to be fighting. I'm going to be doing a watch along for that one. So keep your eyes peeled. And because it's an early card, I think Ligona might be joining us as well. And
Should join.
if you're available, cause I know you're going to be busy because it's going to be straight after the Liverpool game. But
No,
come
I'll
on,
show up.
join us
Please,
in the
please
tower
give,
or whatever.
no, give me the link. I
Yeah,
would
man.
pop in.
Yeah,
It will
man.
also
Yeah,
be
man.
nice to talk to Lee
So
Gunner too. If he's
yeah,
down
man.
there. So
So we're going to be doing a watch along for that one this Saturday, and yeah, straight after the Liverpool game, come keep it locked on the Fight Week show, man. That's where to be. So if you don't get the right result, come and drown your sorrows
come on, trying your
and come and
sorrows,
watch
man.
some violence, on the Fight Week show. Come watch it
let
with us.
let Ola take the blame. Just cast your stones on Ola,
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
on the
Yeah, man.
day, yeah. But
Bring it
again,
on the
I
Fight
really
Week show.
just bring it to the Fight Week show. I do hope that Arsenal beat Liverpool. Big game in the weekend. Like what the assembled said, this game matters a whole lot, yeah. To show the character of Arsenal and if Arsenal have improved or if Mikel Arteta has learned and improved on himself as a manager and as a person too. Shout out to Mama Flossie, our new moderator. Thank you very much, my Flossie. We love you on this channel. Thank you so much. God bless you. And I really love you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The assemble down here, Drew Gunner, thank you. Since you came in here, you've been churning out lots of great comments that, evoke lots of emotions and lots of analysis. Big ups to you. Wolfang Division down here to, everyone who's been a part of this channel. Thank you so much. Drew Gunner, I hope you've subscribed to Ola of the Fight Week Show. Go to the Fight Week Show and, subscribe to that channel, man.
Yeah, man, he's subscribed.
He's a
He's always,
subscriber, right? Yeah,
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 always
yeah,
on there.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
big up
So,
Drew, big up Mama Flossie, big up
yeah, big up,
everyone in the chat, man.
big
Salute
up
to everyone.
everyone. Yeah. So, guys, yeah, others who will be watching later, please go to the Fight Week Show, subscribe to that channel, and remember to join him for the watch along. AJ Wilder. It's a stacked. That card is stacked, man.
Stack
It's
card, isn't it?
stacked.
Yeah,
It's
man.
stacked.
I'm
So
looking forward.
go join Ola. After the matchup against Liverpool. From me and Ola, we are out. Big ups.